Welcome back to the Crochet Karate. So, my friends at Yarnspirations.com. This is the crochet self-stitch curtain panel. I've always kind of wanted to do curtains, but I've never really found a stitch that I love, and I really like this. They have this showing it being outside, but I would not do that with this product. This is probably just more for visual, just to show you how it will flow and how it works out. So this is a nice, easy repeating shell stitch, and this was using Aunt Lydia's crochet thread, as you can see here, and it's got some different colorways. If you don't want to use thread, you can just upgrade your yarn to something that is more suitable for your hands. And for the thread version, every 3 repeats is approximately about 5 inches, and so you can be able to do that. So if you want to do a chain in a certain number, then you can actually kind of regulate how wide your panel is going to be, and you can go as long as you want to go. So this is a nice, easy repeating pattern, as I mentioned, and it has a stitch diagram on page number 2. If you would like to change the size of your curtains and the width, it's in multiples of 12. So it's 12, 12, 12 until the cows come home, and then you're ready to go and to make this. So when you're hanging your curtains, the curtains are actually hung upside down, just like so, and have a flow just like you see. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this today. I'm just going to be using Red Heart Super Saver with a 4.5mm US 7 crochet hook in order to demonstrate the pattern today. If you are doing exactly with the crochet thread or want to match it, it's chaining of 192, which is a multiple of 12. So if you want to just change out your yarn, you can just chain the number that you wish in order to get to the size that you want. Just remember that if you are crocheting a chain, the final first row will always shrink it by 20%. So if you do 100 chains, then it means that it will only look like 80. So it has a shrinkage factor. So I'm just going to do a small demonstration with you on camera today, and it's just going to be multiples of 12. So either chain 192 or multiples of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there is one set that will be able to flow. So if you want it longer, keep going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's another multiple if you would like to keep on going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's just say I'm happy with that. So even though you see at this distance, it's approximately going to be right about here when I get across to the first chain because of the shrinkage factor. And we're going to progress now to row number 1. So let's begin across row number 1. Even if you're short a chain or you have an extra one, because it's lacy, you can get away with pretty much anything. So you're going to go second chain from the hook. So just the first chain, second, turn it to the back hump of the chain and single crochet. You're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down here in the chain, you're going to skip the next 3. Because I've gone on the back hump, the next 3 are very obvious. So 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th and single crochet. And you're going to do this all the way until you get really close to the other side. So chain another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skipping 3. So 1, 2, 3, single crochet the 4th one away. So chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, skipping 3, 1, 2, 3, and go to the 4th. So do this across, and I will show you how to finish this row because it's slightly different. So I'm getting close to the end, so I'm chaining my 5, and I'm skipping 3. So 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th, and you can see that you still have chain left over. You should have a total of 2 chains left over, which is right. And you are going to now just chain 2, and you are going to double crochet in the last one. So skip the next one and double crochet in the last chain. And that will complete row number 1. So now you have this established, looks like that. And we're going to turn our work and begin row number 2. Rows number 2 and 3 is the repeat for the entire pattern. Let's move on to row number 2. You're going to chain 1 and single crochet in the top of the first double crochet that you had, just like that. And now in the next chain 5 loop here, you were going to put in 7 double crochet. So we'll count those together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You were then going to go to the next loop and just single crochet in that loop. And now we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just jump over to the next loop. So you're only playing within the loops. And so then the repeat pattern, as we're gonna keep on going, is that we are going to then just go right directly to this loop. So you're not gonna chain or anything, just go right to this one and put in 7 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then come to the next loop and just single crochet in, and now you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then single crochet into the next loop. So then the repeat pattern going across, it looks just like this. So you either are having a chain 5 loop, or you're putting 7 double crochets into the loop. Okay, so you just look at that crochet diagram, you can follow it that way as well. And so if you got that, just keep on going. So what's my next step? Yes, this loop here is gonna have 7 double crochet because I'm coming out of a chain 5 loop. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So once you're getting close to the end, like so, this is where you'll end up. You're going to single crochet into the final loop, but you're not done. You're going to chain 2, and then you're going to put in a treble into the first single crochet down here. So wrap the hook twice and treble, just like that. Okay, and so then you end up with a piece of work that looks like this. Okay, and now we're going to move on to number 3. To do row number 3, you just turn your work, and so every other row you're either doing the shell work like you see, or you're just doing loops. So in number 3, we're just doing loops, how we did it in the very beginning. The difference is where it's going to be placed. So number 3, here we go. Chain 1, single crochet into the top of the first treble. You're going to chain 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're putting the loops back in, and the group of 7 right here. Okay, so this is chain work, so don't count that one. So this group of 7, you are going to use the second one in. So here's the first one, here's second. So you'll single crochet on the top of the second one, and then chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that same group of 7, it's the second last one before the end. So this is the chain, so don't include that. It's the second last one right here. So you're skipping over 3, and you're going into the second last one with a single. You're now going to chain 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See this loop? Just grab that loop completely and just single crochet around, and then chain 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one of the next group of 7, which stitch in? That's right, it's the second one in. Okay, so this is part of the chain, so not that one. This is the first double, this is the second. Use the second and single crochet in. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the same shell, which one? Second last one. and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go right into the loop, single crochet into that loop, and then chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's all you're going to do all the way across. So in the next shell, it's the second one in, chain 5, and it's the second last one. So when you're coming up to the end like this, how you finish, you're going to chain 2 and then treble into the top of the first single right here. So wrap the hook twice and going in. And that was the end of number 3. So 2 and 3 have now been completed, and you're going to do that over and over and over, okay? And you want to finish off on a third row, okay? So that's gonna be how you're going to do that. So what I would like you to do is that we're gonna just go through the repeat one more time and make sure that you got it. So we're going to repeat number 2 again, just to show you how it's done. And right where you're sitting, just chain up 1 and single crochet into the top of the first treble. Now all of these shells line up on top of each other, so the next one is going to be right in this loop. And there's going to be 7 double crochet. Okay, so the shells line up. The next space right here, the loop, single crochet in first, and that holds it together. And then you need to get to this loop, so we need to chain 5 to jump there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come right into this loop and single. Okay, and so now we reach on top of this one right here and see how they line up, and there is 7 double crochet in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come right into the next chain 5 loop here. Okay, and now chain 5. And then come into the next loop, single. So we keep that space open, and now just come right into this one, and how many double crochet? That's right, it's 7. Okay, single right into the next chain 5, and to finish the row is just chain 2. So to finish, it'll be a treble into the first single. And turn your work. That was row 2. And now let's begin row number 3, just to recap. So row number 3, we're going to chain up 1, single crochet in the top of the first treble. And this is just chain 5 loops all the way across. So just chain 5. And which one of the shell do you go into? Yeah, it's the second one. Chain 5. And then what's the next one? Yep, it's the second last one in the shell. So chain 5. And just come right into the loop. So that will always stay lacy in between. And then chain 5 again. And now you come into the shell. Yes, it's the second one. Chain 5. Second last one of that shell. Chain 5. Come right into the next group, or sorry, next open chain 5 loop. Chain 5. Second one of the shell, chain 5, second last one of the shell, chain 2, and then treble into your last one. So you're going to repeat this, and number 3 will be the last row of it. If you prefer the last row being of the shell work, that's up to you. You can decide that for yourself, but I guess they meant for you to kind of hang it from here so that it kind of drapes at the base. And depending on your yarn, you know, how it drapes is going to matter. So if the yarn is too thick and it doesn't have a lot of drape to it, it may change. They're also recommending that you do block it, so just damp it a little bit, lay it flat to dry, kind of pull it out and just really stretch it to what you want, and then just let it air dry, and then you'll be good to go. And then you can use the loops in order to hang your curtains just like that. So it would look like that, hanging on down. That's it for now. We hope you've had a great day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.